Hello everyone, my name is Kirill, you're on the AutoAdviser channel. Today we will talk about why to change the brake fluid. It turns out they are changing it. Brake fluid is designed to transfer pressure from the brake pedal to the wheel brake cylinders, which in turn move the brake pads and the car stops. In simple terms, when we press the pedal, we move the brake pads. From the point of view of physics, liquid is particularly incompressible, which is why it is used in the brake system to transfer pressure. So, for example, in order to compress water by at least 10%, it is necessary to make an effort of 1000 atmospheres. At this pressure, water will cut not just metals, it will literally pass through walls. So, since water is incompressible, then purely theoretically we can use it in the braking system, though not for long, of course, since in real operation water will very quickly lose its physical properties. Let's list the reasons. The first, at negative temperatures water will change its viscosity and may even freeze. Banal, right? Secondly, at high temperatures water on the contrary can boil. The fact is that during prolonged braking, for example during descents, our brake pads heat up, then the brake cylinders heat up and only then the brake fluid heats up. So the temperature of the brake fluid can reach 200 degrees Celsius. And as you know, at such temperatures the water will simply boil. Steam bubbles will appear inside it, and in this case this water will no longer be able to compress. That is, the pedals will fail and you will lose control over the situation. And finally, the third, when using water in the brake system, there will be problems with corrosion and friction. Since brake cylinders require lubrication to function properly, it turns out that in the brake system it is categorically impossible to use water. It is necessary to use special brake fluids that are regulated by the manual for the technical operation of your car. Since brake fluid must neither boil, nor freeze, nor change its viscosity, have anti-corrosion and lubricating properties. So, what's the problem? Because when you buy a new or used car, there is already brake fluid in it. It turns out that we sometimes have to check its level and just add the same brake fluid. The reason is just plain simple. As you drive your car, water gets into the brake fluid over time. For example, in the brake reservoir there is a valve in the lid itself and there is air in the brake barrel. And as you know, there is water in the air, and with a temperature difference, this water condenses right inside the tank. And it turns out that it gets into the brake fluid, and as we said earlier, it is absolutely unacceptable for water to get into the brake fluid. An interesting fact, when the water contents reach literally 2–3% of the brake fluid, the boiling point already drops to 150 degrees. But remember I said that when the fluid boils the pedal starts to fail and your brakes may fail at the most inopportune moment. A simple conclusion follows from all these brake fluid manufacturers recommended changing the brake fluid every 2–3 years of operation, since over time this brake fluid collects water and its physical properties are lost. By the way, there is special equipment on the market and in hundreds of express assessments of the condition of the brake fluid. They work as follows. The cover of the brake fluid reservoir is unscrewed, the tester is lowered there, and there is a scale that shows how much water is now in the brake fluid, and if this value is more than 2 or 3%, then it is necessary to change the brake fluid. In fact, these testers don't directly measure the water content, they only measure the conductivity of the brake fluid. The tester has two electrodes between which an electric current is passed, and thus the conductivity changes. The higher the conductivity, the higher the water content. And this is not accurate, since different brake fluids from different manufacturers have different conductivity. The conclusion is that these testers are not very accurate. That's all I wanted to say on this issue. Everything is simple here. It is necessary to change the brake fluid every 2 or 3 years of operation. My name is Kirill, this is the AutoAdviser channel. Subscribe to our channel, and all the best to you, and see you soon!